Math! A video tutorial for quadratic equation.
Introduction of quadratic equation. This quadratic equation and how to solve it. Now, quadratic equation look like this. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals to y, or specifically equals to 0. The value of x is given by x is equals to negative b, positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So from here, I'm solving x squared plus 3x minus 4 is equals to 0. I'll find y is equals to 0. So in my given example, the a is equals to 1 and the b is equals to positive 3 and c is equals to negative 4. So all you wanna do is form in this formula for solving the x. So I'm solving first in positive. For example, negative 3 plus square root of 9 minus 4 close and open parenthesis 1 and negative 4 over 2 close and parenthesis 1. And then negative 3, bring down negative 3, positive and negative. 4 times 1, negative 4 times 1 is equals to negative 4, and negative 4 times negative 4 is equals to 16. Now bring down the 9, then positive 16 over 2. 2 times 1 is equals to 2. Then bring down the negative 3, and then copy the positive. And then the 9 plus 16 is equals to square root of 25 over 2. And then the square root of 25 is 5. So, negative 3 plus 5 is equals, over 2 is equals to 2 over 2 or 1. And that's the answer of x squared plus 3x minus 4 is equals to 0. Solving for negative is negative 3 minus 5 over 2 is equals to negative 8 over 2 or negative 4. And that's the answer for the negative of x squared plus 3x minus 4 is equals to 0. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to y, or more specifically equals to 0. The value of x is given by x is equals to negative b, positive negative square root of negative b plus negative b squared over 4ac over 2a. So from here, I'm solving x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals 0. I find y is equals to 0. So in my given example, the a is equals to 1, b is equals to 3, and c is equals to negative 4. So all you want to do is form this in this formula for solving the x. So I'm solving first in plus. Negative 3 plus square root of 9 minus 4, 1, negative 4 over 2 and times 1. And then negative 3 positive negative square root of 9 plus 16 over 2. And then, bring down the negative 3, positive and negative, square root of 25 over 2. So, the square root of 25 is 5. Negative 3 plus 5 over 2 is equals to 2 over 2 or 1. And now, I'm solving for the negative 5. Negative 3 minus 5 over 2 is equals to negative 8 over 2 or negative 4. And that's the answer of quadratic equation of x is equals to negative b, positive and negative square root of, and this is the answer of x squared plus 3x minus 4 is equals to 0.
Quadratic formula example. If ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then x equals negative b, positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So here's the example. X squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Using this formula, we can solve this by x equals negative 5 positive negative square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6 over 2 times 1 equals negative times positive 5 equals to negative 5. Positive, negative, get the square root, get the square root of 5 equals to 5 squared equals to 25. Then, negative 4 times 1 equals to negative 4 times 6 equals to negative 24. So, negative 24 over 2 times 1 equals 2. Subtract the number inside the square root. So, 25 minus 4 equals negative 5, positive, negative. 25 minus 24 equals to square root of 1 over 2. The square root of 1 is equals to 1. Equals negative 5, positive, negative 1 over 2. To solve it separately, we can solve this by the positive. Solve for positive. Solving this positive, x equals negative 5 plus 1 over 2. So, negative 5 plus 1 equals to negative 4 over 2. Negative 4 divided by 2 equals to x equals, this is the answer for the positive. Now, solve for negative. X equals to 5 minus 1 over 2 equals 5 minus 1 equals negative 6 over 2 equals negative 6 divided by 2 equals negative 3. So, this is the answer. This is the answer for the negative.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quadratic formula, exercise number 1. Here is exercise in quadratic formula. Solve 4x squared minus 5x plus 1 equals 0. Using quadratic formula. The formula is x equals negative b, positive and negative, square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2ac. I'll wait a minute for your solving the problem. Let's solve it now. From the formula, let's solve it now. From the formula, A is equal to 4, B is equal to negative 5, C is equal to 1. So let's construct this form. Equals, open and close parenthesis, negative 5, positive and negative, square root of C minus 5 squared minus 4 times 4 times 1 over 2 times 4. Let's solve for first in this side. Multiply the negative 5 to negative 5 is the answer. Let's construct in quadratic formula. Negative times negative 5, positive and negative, square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times 4 times 1 over 2 times 4. First, negative times negative 5 is equal to positive 5. Get the square of negative 5 is equal to 25. Negative 4 times 4 equals negative 16 times 1 equals negative 16. Then 2 times 4 equals 8. Equal 5, positive and negative, square root of 25, negative 16 over 8. Let's subtract 25 and minus 16 equals 9. So 5, positive and negative, square root of 9 over 8. Get the square root of 9 is equal to 3. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. Solve it separately. Equal 5 plus 3 over 8 equal 8 over 8 or 1 equal 5 over 3 over 8 equal 2 over 8 or 1/4. This is the answer. This is the answer 1.
Quadratic formula exercise number 2. This is the problem. 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Use this quadratic formula for solving the problem. X is equal to negative b, positive negative, square root of b squared minus 4ac over to 2a. I wait for a minute for solving the problem. Time's up. Let's get to know the equivalent of ABC. A is equal to 2, B is equal to negative 3, and C is equal to 1. Let's get the quadratic formula. Negative 2
negative 3, positive negative, square root of negative 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times 1 over to 2 times 2. Let's solve first this part. Negative 4 times 2 times 1 is equal to negative 8. The square root of negative 3 squared is equal to 9. And multiply the negative to negative 3 is equal to 3. And 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So this is the result. 3 positive negative is square root of 9 minus 8 over 4. Subtract the 9 minus 8. 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. 3 positive negative square root of 1 over to 4. So, the square root of 1 is 1. 3 positive negative 1 over to 4. Solve it separately. 3 plus 1 over to 4 is equal to 4 over 4 or 1. 3 minus 1 over 4 is equal to 2 over 4 or 1/2. So this is the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quadratic equation by completing squares. This is the example of quadratic equation by completing the square. A squared plus 2a minus 24 equal to 0. Now, in this case, solve a squared plus 2a minus 24 equals 0. We're just trying to illustrate the procedure. Here, all you're gonna do is get the number on right side, and I'm gonna simplify, add 24 on this side. 24 plus 24. So, this is equal to 0, so we're gonna cancel, and the answer is a squared plus 2a equals 24. In this answer, whatever number in front of a is half of the number, so 1/2 of 2 is equal to 1. And get the square root of the answer. Square root of the 1 is equal to 1. And this is gonna be a squared plus 2a equals 24. The answer of the half of the number in right of a was add on the right side. This form can be factored. A plus 1 square root. Then 24 plus 1 is equal to 25. And get the square root. Cancel, cancel. Then square root of the 25 is 5. So the answer is a plus 1 equals 5. And so we're going to solve positive 5. A plus 1 equals 5. Subtract 2, negative 1. Cancel. The answer is a equals negative 6. And a plus 1 equals negative 5. Subtract 2, negative 1. Cancel. The answer is a equals 4. So,
we're going to solve positive 5. A plus 1 equals 5. Subtract 2, negative 1. Cancel. The answer is A equals negative 6. And A plus 1 equals negative 5. Subtract 2, negative 1. Cancel. The answer is A equals 4. A squared plus 2A minus 24 is equal to 0. We're just trying to illustrate this. A squared plus 2A minus 24 equals 0. Right side, and I'm gonna simplify, add 24 plus 24 on this side. And cancel. The answer is A squared plus 2A equals 24. And in this answer, whatever number in front of the A is half of the number. So, 1/2 of the 2 is equal to 1. And get the square root. Square root of the 1 is 1. And the answer of the half of the number in front of A was add on the right side. A squared plus 2A plus 1 equals 24 plus 1. This form can be factored. A plus 1 squared. And 24 plus 1 equals 25. And get the square root. Square root of 25 is 5. And write positive and negative. A plus 1. And we're going to solve positive 5. A plus 1 equals 5. Subtract 2, negative 1. The answer is A is equal to negative 6. And solve for negative 5. A plus 1 equals negative 5. Subtract 2, negative 1. And the answer is A equals 4.
Quadratic equation by completing square. Exercise number 1. Here's the problem. X squared plus 4x minus 20 equals 0. Solve this problem by completing squares. All you wanna do is add the positive 20 on this both sides. So this is cancelled because this is equal to 0. So the result is x squared plus 4x equals 20. And whatever numbers in front of the x is all you wanna do is get the half of this number. The one half of 4 is equal to 2. So that get the square root of 2. The answer is 4. Positive 4. And the result is here. X squared plus 4x equals 20. The result on this, the result number 4 is all you need is to add on this both sides, plus 4 and plus 4. But in this case, this is factorable, so we can use x plus 2 and x plus 2. This is the factor of this of this form, on this form. And 20 plus 4 is 24. And get the perfect square. X plus 2 squared. Combine these two to get the x plus 2 squared and 24 equals to 24. Now, get the square root of this. X plus 2 squared equals positive negative and square root of 24. Since this is the perfect square, the answer is x plus 2. X plus 2 equals positive negative and the square root of 4 is 12. The square root of 24 is 12. So the result is x plus 2 equals to positive negative of 12. So solve it separately. Let's solve first the positive. X plus 2 equals positive 12. All I need is to subtract it to negative 2. This is 0. 12 minus 2 is equal to 10. So the answer is x equals to 10. And solve it for negative. X plus 2 equals to negative 12. And subtract it again into negative 2. This is 0. And the answer in this is 14. So this is the answer. And solve it for negative. X plus 2 equals to negative 12 and subtract it to negative 2. This is equivalent of 0. And the answer of this is negative 10. So this is the answer for the negative.